Hey everybody, welcome to day 3 of 30 Days of Dr. Bill Finch. This is Dr. Rob Booker. I'm not really a doctor. Okay, this is actually not day 3. I'm still on day 2, but I'm taking a third trade, and I want to show it to you. Remember on day 2, when I said that I wanted price to drop to this level on the charts, this level of support? Well, it did. It dropped there just a short while afterward. I went back over to my server, took another trade. You can see it here. Now I have 3 trades on the Euro Canadian. I looked on the Oanda phone app. So for those of you that don't know what that is, I get a lot of questions about this. Oanda iPhone app. Mobile trading. Oh, that's not what I want. I don't want. Well, anyway, they have an app for the phone. And I look on there. I look on their mobile app. And on their mobile app, you can look at your positions and see your average trade price. My average trade price is $57.41. What I'm going to do now is double click on the robot, uncheck allow live trading, and change my take profit to 1.5745. If it gets to that level, I'll make a little bit of money and I'll be out of the trades. Now that's part 1 / step 1. That's step 1. Step 2, go to tradingview.com and put an alert on my chart at 57.45. Add an alert. Now when price gets to that level, I will get a message on my phone, a text message, and then I can come back over here. I'll see the trades are closed. I can turn the robot back on, and we'll be off to the races. Let's go over here and do the same thing on the Euro Canadian in the smaller account. There we are. Double click on the robot, choose common, uncheck allow live trading, and click on new order, and click on 0.07. Buy it. Now what I want to do is double click on all 3 of these orders and change the target on all 3 trades. I'd like to only deal with one bad trade at a time. And this is the worst one. That's why I'm focused on that one. Typically, I will only add a third trade in the following circumstances. When we have reached a long-term level of support or resistance, which we have done, and when there is some kind of divergence or otherwise on longer-term charts. There is no divergence on any of these longer-term charts, but there is on the 5-minute chart, and we have hit that level of support. If we break below that level of support, it is my intent to close this trade. Dump the whole thing. I'm not unwilling to do that. It would not hurt my feelings if I needed to do that. Okay, well, it would hurt my feelings a little bit. You might notice something else interesting on the chart here. There's Knoxville divergence displayed on the chart at left. There is not Knoxville divergence displayed on the chart at right. I removed it from the charts at right to save memory on MetaTrader and blah, blah, blah. So I removed it completely. Anyway, just wanted to point that out. I'll be back on the true day 3 to let you know how this went. Hey, everyone, you remember when I took those trades on the Euro Canadian? Remember we talked about that yesterday? Let's see if I can organize all the windows on the screen here and effectively. Okay, here we go over here. Let's look at the Euro Canadian. It did fall, and it dropped through a level that we set an alarm at. Everything looked bad yesterday, but then it jumped right back up like we wanted. And remember we took that buy trade yesterday when we were looking at the short-term charts. It produced bullish divergence on the 5-minute. It even produced bullish divergence on the 1 hour. And those trades closed out. Check this out. I can find them. Hopefully I can find them pretty easily here. But in both accounts, in all accounts, in all the trading accounts. The Euro Canadian ended up with a profit. Lost about $14.60 there, but made $22. So that boosted the profit for yesterday quite nicely. And we got out of the trades. That's absolutely fantastic. And we no longer have the Euro Canadian in the larger account. And our drawdown has gone way down into the 400s. That's fantastic. Now, doesn't mean we're out of the woods completely. We've got important work to do. The CAD Swiss is looking disgusting, and so is the British pound Canadian dollar. I think that's true for both accounts. CAD Swiss. Nope, just the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Okay, let's take a look at the Canadian dollar Swiss franc first. CAD Swiss. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to... Always a little tricky to move windows around while you're in the middle of making a presentation. There we go. This is going much better. There we go. All right, that way you can see a little bit more. Oh, we must be in a sell position. We sold at 74.80. 74.80. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. No, that's where it is now. We sold at 73.92. Sorry, I know that must be frustrating. 73.92. All the way down here. That's where we got to get back to in the bigger account. Okay, that doesn't look bad. We could fall from here. That's not out of the question. Got a monthly pivot below where we are. I'm not going to be very concerned about that. Not really. We have a trade at 74.78. No, 74.93 and 74.65. I'm slow here. Okay, so we need to get back down in this area right here. I don't have a problem with the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. I'm not going to touch that trade. Not even going to worry about it. The British pound Canadian dollar is bad, and that's a sell. No, that's the Australian dollar Swiss franc. Sure, that's probably the same situation. It's a sell trade. Not worried about that. I'm not worried about either of those. Let's take a look at a buy trade on the British pound Canadian dollar. Not concerned about that either. Bouncing maybe off the monthly pivot. Not a concern. Don't want to worry about it. Not gonna spend any time fussing over that. Now, I had a chance this morning to close out the trades in the smaller $10,000 account. I've made about $33 and I was down to like a $20 loss. Almost closed everything. Decided not to. Over here, we had a $500 swing overnight, meaning our trades improved by $500 overnight. A really, really nice turn of events. I was a little frustrated that I had just started this whole thing just recently and that everything went wrong very quickly. That was frustrating, but I don't feel so worried about it anymore. We had that nice big swing in the difference, and I feel like we're on day 3. We've already taken a third trade to get one of these out of trouble, and if we need to later this week, we'll do some more of that. But for now, I'm going to let this thing run. The Dr. Bill Finch is doing what we want it to do. I'm not displeased with this. We're at $150, $160 a day in the bigger account, maybe $10 a day in the smaller account. I guess if anything concerns me, it's that I wanted to increase the profit this month, and all I'm really doing is maintaining a pretty good, I don't know. The first goal is always to prevent lots of trades from locking up, and I think we're on that track. We're doing fine. Because we already did that last month, I was hoping this month to maybe bump up the profit a little more. And you may see that we're going to need to increase the trade size a bit in both accounts in order to accomplish that. Stay tuned for that. We may do it by the end of this week. We may not. I may just stick with consistent profits, not having any trouble happen, patiently waiting. That's all I really care about. The first thing is keep everything running. Don't get into big trouble. Anyway, I love you all. I will see you again tomorrow.